Good day, folks. Welcome to 406 Regen. Out here doing a pasture walk on the planted ground. And guess I have an experiment going this year, because between dang near rebuilding that mower in the rains, I wasn't able to get it all mowed. Where I'm standing right here is mowed, and then that it wasn't. So a good portion of the center wasn't mowed, and this out here was. The cover crop seems to be doing good in both the mowed and on-mowed areas. It's very fun to see the difference, even though, like out here, the ground's a lot drier already than if I was to, walk in there and there'd still be really wet and really nice grass. And this stuff's regrowed awesome since I mowed it. So we're doing pretty good on that front. But life's kind of pushing me to have to do decisions I don't want to do here at the moment. Sometimes in life you just got to play the cards you're dealt and dance with the devil one more time. But I'm not really sure what's going to be coming up here in the next little bit as far as what I'm doing for haying. I'd only planned on haying just small portions of the place, just to mosquitoes, to be able to pay the taxes and the bills and be able to put up enough winter feed for my own animals. But the way it's going, I might have to hay it down the place. Hey, ladybug. Don't know if you can hear that or not. There's a lot of bugs flying around in here, which is nice. And besides the mosquitoes, that is. So yeah, this right here is some intermediate. And this brome, I can't believe this brome is this big out in this field. I mean, that's chest high. There's some stuff that's almost reached my chin out here. This is sweet clover. We didn't plant that. That hasn't been planted in 20 years, but it seems to be on its own cycle. About every 5 years, it'll come in real hard. So that field over there where that tractor's sitting, and it's all green now, the one I planted and we rolled down last year, that was all sweet clover. It was all this plant. Now, it didn't grow as tall. It only grew about 10, 11 inches last year because it was so droughty, but it flowered out at that, which made it really nice out there, and the bees really loved it. This is awesome, walking through this tall stuff like this. So yeah, got some hard decisions we're gonna have to talk over and make out here what we're doing with the farm. Last couple of years with the drought, it's not only affected the farm money that comes in, because this was a hay ground, brother-in-law, that's what paid for the place. What kept us here was putting up hay on it and paying for the place, and then the trucking to either haul the hay or do local trucking to help get through the rest of the year on stuff. But with that drought hit, it took out all the hay hauling, took out most of the grain hauling, and it's been kind of a struggle here this year to keep going. But so that's why I say I don't know what we're doing with the haying yet. And every piece of me says I don't want to hay none of it, and it looks like life is pushing me to where I have to hay all of it. But I don't know. That's part of adapting and different management, I guess, is to always try to keep yourself out of positions where you don't have to make decisions like this, if at all possible. This ground here, what I'm walking through right now, I really didn't want to hay it. I just wanted to graze the animals on it because I hayed it last year for animal feed, but it might get hayed again for our own animals. Just because there is some select few thistle patches here and there, and that'll hang this one off if I can do it before my cover crop gets much taller to where it can come in right behind being hayed. I would think would be better than not having nothing. If I can get, brother and I have been doing math, we're gonna need right now 250 bales, 250 big rounds, averaging about 1,500 pounds bales to get through the winter with our flock the size it is. So we're gonna need somewhere between 250 and 300 because we're gonna be expanding the flock hopefully this fall. So the idea is to expand the flock good enough that the sheep will start paying for the ranch and everything instead of the haying out here like it has been the last 20 years. Well, 18, 16, 20 years. See, I do got some thistles out here, which the sheep would eat up no problem. That's why it'd be for our own hay. So I'm thinking I'm gonna have to hay out where I didn't mow, try that first, see how many bales I get, and go from there on what we need to do. But and the hay prices also dictate what I'm gonna do. If for some ungodly reason hay is only selling for 125 a ton again, it's not worth us putting up. That's just throwing money away. So in which case I wouldn't, and I'd find some other revenue stream to get us through into next year to be able to afford the animals and the grazing and getting that going. But it is awful nice to be walking out here. Alfalfa kind of wraps around your feet when you walk. If it's a good stand, makes it a little harder to walk, but that's what's so nice about it. Some good forage out here. Also some good hay, if I'm forced to do that. Which, more and more, it's looking like that's what's going to have to happen, I'm afraid. It sucks. And like I say, every bone in my body doesn't want to have to do it. But sometimes you just got to play the cards you're dealt and try to keep moving forward. I know the last thing I want to do was have to hay the place down again. But here's some of that cover crop. I think that's the buckwheat or something. And I got the rye. All that good stuff's in here growing, so it's not too terribly tall yet. I don't know. I'm not sure what I'm going to have to do, but yeah. Try to live and learn. Like I say, the sheep numbers we got, that it doesn't pay for us. The sheep aren't paying for themselves yet, or for us to be here. The majority of the ewes from last year have paid for themselves in the lamb cropping already. I'm gonna be picking out about 10 to 12. I'm gonna cull out besides a couple that have already called themselves out for, well, one, help with the money, and two, even though it's hard this year because I want as many animals as I can get, I also don't want to have a whole flock of animals that aren't very good. So I think I'm gonna try to call out 10, 12 ewes. I haven't decided on the lambs if I'm going to carry the lambs until next year to sell as, meat, or to just try to sell them here as rams this summer, this fall. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll even pick up some. Depends on. Sometimes you buy from smaller people, you get deals by buying their whole lamb crop that they're selling, and then you're stuck with doing the rams, and figuring that out. But you can tell we got to a worse area now. I'm not making no grass noises by walking through it, but still, this wasn't mowed. It's why I'd absolutely love to get a roller crimper out here and just roll it down. But that's not gonna happen yet, and I gotta decide if I do hay the place down to just come right back in and plant rye, plant something that'll grow early in the spring that maybe I can do that with if I'm able to build or buy a roller crimper by next spring. I'm not sure. Well, I'll tell you what, folks, I did pissed off all the mosquitoes. I'm about ready to fly away out here. So, just an update on the ground. This was mowed. That one wasn't. I didn't get to it because between rebuilding that stupid mower and then just being too wet during that time, which I'm not complaining about, I wasn't able to do it. So it's a good experiment, mowed versus unmowed. We shall see. I think that'll do it for this one, folks. Have a good one.